To travel from Midwest America through to California in a beat-up jalopy is to invoke Steinbeck's dispossessed Okie fleeing the Depression-era Dust Bowl in search of fruit-picking jobs in the Golden State. Upon arrival, the poor blighters often found their paths blocked. Even today, Californians are still a little nitpicky about who they let through.
We do $11.8 billion a year in agricultural business here, and they want to make sure that any unwanted insects are kept out of California. They have Bud Light where you're from?
Certainly not Bud Light.
We don't like Bud Light.
Tastes of water.
Tastes like water?
So you're looking in the fridge for gypsy moths?
No, we're looking in the fridge for fruits and vegetables now, and your potatoes are okay.
Oh, thanks.
You don't like Bud Light? You gotta like lots of Bud Light.
Well, he does down there.
He went for a Bud Light.
Your mom and dad got married at the Little White Chapel in Nevada?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, they should have done.
Although fast Californian freeways speed you west towards the Pacific, it's easy to become sucked up on the way by the vast, rambling metropolis of Los Angeles. 72 suburbs in search of a city, said Dorothy Parker. Dorothy Parker was right. Mad then to find 31 miles of Golden Beach snuggling cozily next to all that concrete. Venice Beach, we were told, was the maddest of the lot, a place where Los Angelinos brazenly parade themselves in front of the world and his mistress. Named in 1905 by developer Abbott Kinney, who tried and failed to recreate his perfect Italian city from the surrounding Pacific marshlands, Venice and its beach worship something less to do with architecture these days, more to do with sculpture. Body sculpture.
Max Muscle, what's up?
Shops like this and gyms like that, serving iron pumpers like these, products like those, are all over Venice.
This is Venice Beach. It's the mecca of bodybuilding. It always has been since the 60s.
What's up in England? Welcome to Venice Beach, California. I don't know if anybody's welcomed you guys here yet.
Thank you very much.
But you know where you're at? Muscle Beach?
Muscle Beach.
All right, how you like it?
It's good. Why are you here, though?
Why am I here? I come here to work out, to meet the ladies, to work on my tan.
Outdoor gymnasiums like Venice's Muscle Beach sure give zoos a run for their money.
A lot of guys are out here flexing, posing, profiling, and sort of showing off their physiques. Not me. See, he asked me, was this silicone or was this the real deal? No steroids, 100% natural.
Why do you think that is? Why does everyone come here to show off their pecs?
I think it's just the Southern California lifestyle, you know. Everybody out here is pretty much into themselves, you know. Not everybody has genetics to, you know, be able to make a body like this. But,
Yes, I don't.
You know, well, I mean, you could tone up and, you know, be firm and hard, you know. Oh, yeah, everybody
Bit of a
can
gut
do it.
bucket I've got there, haven't I?
Hey, let me tell you something. 3 years ago, I had a 36-inch waist and weighed 200 pounds and had high blood pressure.
Wow. Have you been on one of those chat shows to say before and
Actually,
after?
no, I never have. You can't just come up like this. You gotta come up and you gotta tighten your abs when you do it.
I haven't got any.
Well, you do, you just can't see them.
She lies down and they don't.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Oh, go on, ask her, go on.
No, I'm sorry, I won't do that.
Hi there. Hi, how's it going?
Okay.
Can I just ask you, have you got a 6'7" boyfriend around the corner with huge pecs that's going to beat me up if I talk to you? Look, I think you've got a sense of humour.
I do.
So I'm going to ask you this anyway.
That's fine.
I want to know if you've got any silicon within you at all.
I do.
Where?
My breasts. That's it.
The beaches always attract people that are thinner, aren't they? Because they expose themselves more.
It's a body thing.
How do you and your body keep in
Well,
shape?
I'm a dancer and a centerfold and an actress.
A centerfold? You mean you're in the middle of a porno mag?
I was in the middle of not a porno.
Sorry. Doesn't that make you feel cheap?
No.
Okay.
I have a lot of dignity. I'm the first female rider, biker, model to be in Easy Riders.
Why don't you get transfers instead?
What do you mean, what a transfer?
A true bodybuilder that knows the nutrition eats between 5 to 6 meals a day, spaced out about 2.5 to 3 hours throughout the day. You're talking rice, chicken, turkey. You stay away from the red meats.
So is this what bodybuilders eat?
That's the bodybuilders, that's the big whites, pancakes, and the steak.
Well, it's like proteinous.
Yeah, a lot of protein.
Do you think it'll be good for my muscles?
Oh yeah, you'll be big.
Thank you very much. Big boy, that's me.
I like to have six scrambled egg whites with 2 whole eggs.
Every day?
Pretty much every day. And when I'm getting ready for a show, I'll eat anywhere from 12 to 24 in a day.
I can feel my muscles grow already. Give me some toast. So you don't take any steroids or anything?
No steroids, all natural.
Does it help your career, Silicon?
Yeah, actually I did it because of my career. I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't had that career thing going, because basically I was well endowed to start, so it wasn't like I needed it. I basically just kind of kept up with the Joneses.
What's it like having a mum like yours?
Pretty crazy, huh?
Crazy.
Aren't you scared of the gang warfare here?
We don't have as much gang warfare as people think. The police are very aware and they're watching, and the gangs know the police are here. They're very honest.
Does working by the beach have the effect of relaxing you a lot?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. It helps.
I mean, our policemen aren't allowed to eat ice cream while they're on the job.
They're not.
No.
Then I'm glad I'm not a policeman in Britain.
You have got a large truncheon, by the way. It is large, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What's it like working here?
Well, there's never a dull moment. It's good to be a policeman in Los Angeles. There's always crime around. It's always fun.
You're never afraid that you're going to lose your job, are you?
No. Job security is great.
What happens at Venice Beach every day?
Every Sunday afternoon about this time, around 5 o'clock, we get a lot of gang members, so that's why we have a lot of policemen out here.
Should we go home now?
No, you don't have to. That's why we're here.
What does a gang member look like?
Oh, you have to be a policeman to recognize them.
Come on, point some out.
No, I can't do that.
Hey, tell me, are you a gang member?
No, I'm not a gang member.
Just checking.
Now, every self-respecting travel series that comes to LA has to do the sex and the scandal and all the death that surrounds Hollywood, the movie scene. And where better to do it from than a hearse? I just wish it wasn't still moving. So how fast does this tank go then, Scott?
120.
120?
Yeah.
Well, have you ever had any accidents where you stop fast and the coffin flies out down the street?
No, but I've heard that's happened a couple of times.
No.
Ever since the very first film studio established itself nearby back in 1911, residential Hollywood has been oozing with big-name stars. But the bigger they come, it seems, the harder they party, leaving poor LA tour guides like Scott to piece together the unsavory events leading up to and down from that most final of curtain calls.
We are about to head into the sleaziest, most disgusting area of Hollywood called the Yucca Corridor, rampant for drug deals and all sorts of fun things. Now, just past the next light, you'll see a tan hotel on the right-hand side of the hearse. And in room 105 of that hotel, on October 5th of 1970, Janis Joplin overdosed with a fatal dose of heroin. It's right over here, the third air conditioner from the right on the bottom row.
Just the big one there?
It was the one that the curtains are showing right here.
Oh, still closed.
She was in town recording her last and best album, Pearl. And after a recording session, she stopped off for drinks at Barney's Beanery, and then she came back to the hotel. When she got into the hotel, she boiled up her heroin, but it was much purer than the stuff that she was used to. When she shot it up, she went into the lobby to buy a pack of cigarettes. Then she returned to her room, and just inside the door, her body contorted with a jolt that threw her to the floor.
What about John Belushi? He went the same way, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It was heroin and cocaine. He was doing speedballs.
He was doing speedballs.
Right, and he was actually partying with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro that night. Now, right here is one of Marilyn Monroe's homes. She used to wiggle up that walkway loaded with packages from her favorite Beverly Hills department stores.
Wow. Did she bonk one of the Kennedys in there?
She bonked them both, yeah.
In there?
Not in here. No. This is
wow.
prior to.
Let me just get a shot of that.
She was only 28 when she lived here, and she died when she was 36. Marilyn was supposedly seeing Jack Kennedy, JFK.
Do you mean bonking him?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he dumped her, and she started seeing Bobby.
Why?
And Bobby, because.
Have you any brothers at home like you? Yes, actually. His name's Bobby.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
Bobby and Marilyn were seeing each other, supposedly.
Money and power.
Now, he dumped Marilyn, and this time she just said she'd been sick of it. She'd tired of it. So what she did was, on Monday, August 5th, she scheduled a press conference where she was allegedly going public with all with the names of the figures that had used her. However, she died the morning beforehand.
There was a guy, candidate at the same time as Kennedy or something. He was a short guy, Italian, I can't remember. He bugged Marilyn's house.
Oh,
Probably
you know
that
about
one.
Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh, was that the short Italian guy?
Yeah, I don't know if he was Italian, but he was a transvestite, and
No.
yeah, he liked wearing women's clothes.
No.
And he was gay. He had a lover for many years.
Wow, did he have anything to do with the vacuum cleaner company?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
no,
right.
no,
Do you think she looked nicer with brown hair, you know, in the beach photos?
no. I like her better with the cracked up old dry blonde hair at the end of her life. That was my favorite.
It's so gruesome and morbid somehow, and you know, everything revolves around death, doesn't it?
It's my job.
Oh.
This is Griffith Park that we're in right now. And we're going to the caves that they used to film the original Batman television show, as well as a lot of locations. They used it in Planet of the Apes movies, they've used it in Star Trek movies, and they've used it in just in a ton of movies, even Jurassic Park. The guy that founded it, Colonel Griffith, he owned all this property. It was his own private property. And he shot his wife in the eye.
No. Why did he shoot his wife in the eye?
Because they were having fights, and he had dementia. I mean, he was absolutely out of his mind from drink. He just drank like crazy. And he was out of his head, and he was really paranoid, and he was questioning his wife at gunpoint, and when she wasn't giving him the proper answers, he shot her in the head. She fell out the window of the house, rolled down 2 stories, and landed, and survived, and decided to stay married to him.
Oh, what do you think of Liz now? She's kind of big, isn't she?
Big as a house, she is. Poor gal.
Well...
But you know what? One thing I do respect about it is somebody asks her why she got married so many times. Because she doesn't sleep with people outside of marriage.
Oh, she's monogamous.
Yeah. And I also heard very recently that she has her back shaved every day. This is the Bat Cave right over
Oh yeah,
here.
nice bat cave.
This
nice.
is where the Batmobile with Adam West and Burt Ward used to pull out.
Why do we always play butlers in American films?
Don't get me started.
Real, authentic Hollywood sleaze seemed even better and certainly more palatable than over-the-counter hits of cough mixture. I knew I was hooked. I knew I wanted more.
Driving through, driving through Hollywood, are we driving through Hollywood?
We're still in Hollywood.
Well, driving through what is still Hollywood, I get the distinct impression that it is quite posh. And you said it wasn't. You said it was Toilet Town, not Tinsel Town.
That's right.
It looks posh to me, all the posh houses.
I mean, but think about it. It's different here than it is in the UK as well. I mean, your homes are small. Your flats that you rent there are so small compared to the ones that we have here.
No, they're nice. They're quality.
With no heat.
William Holden. What did he do afterwards?
He died over in Santa Monica. He bashed his head on a coffee table and lay bleeding for 2 days.
Why? Didn't anyone help him?
He didn't have any friends.
What about all these toilet deaths? I mean, don't you find them so sordid? Let's go through them. Who died in the toilet?
Just 3 that I can name. Lenny Bruce, who was an American comic.
Comedian.
And Judy Garland, who died in Chelsea.
She didn't die farting, did she?
No, she did on the loo, though. Then Elvis Presley, who died in Graceland in Tennessee.
Oh, he died in the toilet. But do you think that was food-related?
I think it's quite possible. Jane Mansfield's house coming up on the left. She was driving a car in the fog, and suddenly out of the fog, a semi-tractor trailer appeared